Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Record-ology. Today we're going to be playing with a Flexi disc, and as you can see they are flexible. These came in magazines. This one looks like it's from Time Life. It's a sampler. This was a cheap way to get recordings in the hands of people that they wanted to sell to. This is a sample for a record set that Time Life Books put out. And these are just in cheap plastic. They're embossed. It's more of like a stamp. Lower quality. The grooves aren't as deep as a regular record. But still, the sound quality is pretty good. And actually, before we put it down there, we need to put a regular record down first. It actually uses it has to be a 33 because this particular disc is a 33 RPM disc. So we're going to put a larger disc down to support it. Some record players you don't need to do that, but that's always the best way to do it. And you see that little circle there? That's where you put a coin. And the idea there is that it just holds the weight down. It's not very substantial since it's just a piece of flopping plastic. So you put that there, set your record player to 33 RPM, and then you are ready to go. So let's give it a listen. Oh, and let's go ahead and clean it off too first. So I'm just going to take my cheap makeup brush here, and this does a lot of good cleaning in a really cheap way. And you don't need all that fancy equipment to do that. So here we go. Let's listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, in an exclusive interview with Time Life Records, here's the legendary Benny Goodman.
Hello, this is Benny Goodman. I'd like to have you listen to some of the sounds from the great new Time Life Records series called The Big Bands. One of those bands was the band I had. One of the records that I'm quite proud of is my theme song, Let's Dance. As a matter of fact, we both started out together many years ago with Ben Pollock's orchestra in California. I think one of the reasons for Glenn's phenomenal success was his ideas about arranging. He had a particular sound he wanted, and he succeeded in getting it, and it was a big hit with the American public. His music, of course, will live on forever. Tommy Dorsey's band obviously has to be included in this lineup of great artists. He was a unique trombonist, and he had a keen ear for getting fine musicians. Of course, he had some fine singers also, like the superstar Frank Sinatra.
East of the sun, they've been the brightness. West of the moon, we'll be digging a glow. We'll build a dream house, a righteous path of love, where you can really lay it on.
I always have a warm spot in my heart for Harry James because he meant a great deal to my band. He was not only an excellent jazz soloist, but he could also spark the entire band with his great lead trumpet. Harry was not only a superb virtuoso, but he also showed a lot of heart in his playing. One of the greats. Duke Ellington. I guess you could say he was the daddy of us all. He was just an amazing man, a composer, an arranger, a very fine pianist, and as a leader, completely responsible for what many musicians agree was one of the most innovative and most exciting aggregations that ever graced the musical world. He was truly a giant. You just have to hear a few measures, and right away you know it's the Count. Count Basie has always been a special favorite of mine, and I guess to most other jazz musicians and big band fans as well. His musical message is so direct and so happy sounding, it just makes you feel good. Les Brown has always had a first-rate band. His music has always sounded so clean and so fresh. Never anything too complicated or too far out. Just straight ahead.
All right, guys, that's the majority of that record. Running out of time here. So as you can hear, it sounds a little crackly. That's partially due to the not so deep grooves, but cool. These aren't really found anymore. You can mostly find them in your own house if your parents or grandparents had them. Anyway, happy hunting, and we'll see you next time, guys.